What do you do when you have competing financial goals? You have multiple big financial goals and maybe you don't have enough money to go out and achieve all of them. I've got a real life financial planning scenario to walk through with you and help coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. So we all have multiple financial goals that we're juggling. And like they could be really well defined, like I want to retire at this age, spending this amount with this amount of income, blah, blah, blah. And I want to have my mortgage paid off in 5 years. But it could also be, I want to buy the hot tub and max out my 401k and go to Disney every other year with the family or whatever, right? I mean, we're all juggling what? Probably a dozen financial goals, some really big, some small, some really well defined, and some not so well defined. But how do you handle when you've got potentially mutually exclusive big financial goals? Like, hey, I want to try to achieve this, but I don't know if I can achieve both of those. So do you try for both and possibly fail at both? Do you put one ahead of the other? How do you figure that out? Well, I've got a real life client scenario. I'm changing a few details to protect the innocent here. Everything's confidential, but gosh, I can find myself in their situation. I'm assuming you can too. How do you figure this out? All right, so Jeff and Jenny came in there in their mid to late 40s, okay? I think she's 45, I think he's 47, something like that. And they admitted, okay, right away, they said, listen, we're really not on track financially. We've made some mistakes. We started off on the wrong foot financially. Can you relate? Yeah, we all can, right? But about 10 years ago, we got real serious because we just knew what we were doing wasn't working financially. So did some Dave Ramsey classes, financial peace, all that sort of stuff, and became believers and got disciplined. And that's what it takes. Gosh, if you've made some financial mistakes and maybe aren't on track, the way to change things, one of the components is discipline. And so they got disciplined and they've been making financial progress since then, but they know they're behind, okay? Now, what prompted the discussion was they've been listening to our to Wise Money stuff and all of that for a while now. And then thankfully, coincidentally, they're both great at their jobs. And so if you hear us talk about one financial principle a lot on the Wise Money Show about, hey, find a way to make more money or get better at your job, find a way to add more value to your company. I mean, that's it, because that can open more opportunities and wage increases and so on. And so around the same time, okay, this is a few months ago, he got a big promotion that came with almost a 40% increase in salary. What? And then she, because she's kind of a butt kicker at work, got a 20% raise in her job as well. And I know inflation, there's raises going out there, but they've been exceptional at their jobs. They've been loyal. They've been working at these same companies for a long time. And so they've got disciplined with their budget, made everything fit and are making progress, and then got a huge income increase. And they came to us saying, now what do we do? Now what do we do? And can I just stop right there and say, fantastic. Most of us would say, all right, let's buy that new car. Let's increase that lifestyle. We can start going out to eat more. We can start whatever. And they pause. I'm sure, guys, I'll tell you right now, they want to do those things, okay? But they pause and say, all right, how can we figure out how to use this money in the best way financially, which is going to be balanced. It's not about, ignoring going out to eat more or more fun. No, it's part that, but then it's also part figuring out how much needs to go towards goals and helping you achieve that financial freedom. All right, so speaking of financial freedom, for them, they said, listen, and like I said, they're in their mid to late 40s, got about $100,000 saved up for retirement. I don't have to do the math to say you're probably behind. That's probably a late start. They said as much, okay? So number one goal is they want to get on track with retirement. They want to get on track with retirement, but then they want to build a house. And then they've got their youngest who's in private school right now. They're paying for that out of pocket and they want to help with college, okay? So they've got those big competing goals. Then they also want to go to Disney every other year for their young child until that's no longer fun for them. And then I'm assuming they want to keep doing experiences. They've got some debt that they need to clean up. And I think there's a new car as well, but some smaller goals as well. How do you How do you balance those? To me, if you're in your mid to late 40s, have about 100 grand saved up for retirement, and want to build a house and help pay for college, those are mutually exclusive goals. I just don't see, without crunching numbers, I'll get to that, how you can accomplish all of those things and still pay down debt and build up an emergency fund. They wanted to get to 40 grand in emergency fund, which is no small feat, obviously. Do the Disney trips and those sorts of things. How can all of that stuff fit? Can you relate? Do you have big financial goals where you say, I don't know if I can do all of these things? They might be mutually exclusive. I might not be able to get on track for retirement and build the house. I might not be able to build the house and help my child with college. Like, how can this all fit together? Guys, that's the beauty of comprehensive financial planning. We call it one plan. It's a mouthful. Comprehensive financial planning. I talk about it every single video. That's the answer. That's the answer. It's the 6 areas of your financial life, all viewed at one time, and then looking to see, well, how can this all fit together? Guys, it starts with your cash flow, which is your present financial position. And for this couple, what we're taking a look at is, all right, well, here's your new take-home income after these big raises. This is your take-home income. Let's build out that budget and let's be realistic. Let's not like, if you're thinking, well, yeah, we might be spending a little bit more going out to eat. We might be spending a little bit more on the grocery store. That's fine. Let's build that into the budget and let's see how much goal achievement money there is. Let's build that out and see how much goal achievement money there is. Then at the same time, this can't happen in tandem. It's got to happen in unison, okay? Same time, prioritize your goals and then start quantifying those goals. So we've already built that 5-factor retirement plan that I talk about all the time, okay? To see, all right, are you deficient in your retirement savings? And if so, how much do you need to save to get on track? Next, what does it cost to continue to fund private school for your son or daughter, for your child? How does that change when they get to high school? Because that's typically more important. And then what will college cost? Therefore, how much goal achievement money needs to go towards that goal? Then, to build the house, when would you want to do it? What would the cost be? What mortgage could you stomach and still fit within your overall financial life? How much goal achievement money would need to go there and when, okay? Getting that emergency fund fully funded. When do we want to have that done? What's the priority? And how much money would need to go towards that? Paying down the debt, that's right. A little bit of student loan that they're holding on to, hoping that it gets forgiven. They've got the cash where they can pay it off if the government says, no, we're not going to do that. But they've got some other debt as well. What's the plan to get that paid off? How much goal achievement money would it require? And then, so here's the thing. So prioritizing and quantifying those goals, okay? So that's the next step. And then it's looking at the trade-offs, okay? We've got this much goal achievement money. If that would allow us to fully accomplish this goal and half accomplish this goal. Are you guys comfortable with that? And if it's, well, no, not, okay, well, do we tweak one of those goals, right? Do we tweak that budget? No, okay, we were allocating a little bit more to restaurants. Are you willing to say no to some of the restaurants so that you can say yes to achieving this other goal? Yes, no, maybe so, okay? We needed this much going towards retirement because you wanted to be done at 65. Well, are you comfortable going to 66? If so, that means we're freeing up these dollars, right? So it's this trade-off process that typically takes a few different meetings. And by the way, life's going to throw curveballs and all of that stuff all the time. So it's always managing trade-offs, okay? But to see how much goal achievement money can go to which goals and when will they be accomplished, so then how do you stagger from accomplishing these 3 to then shifting to these, right? The comprehensive financial planning process lays all of that out. It's not easy. There's no easy button. It's not an online calculator. It's not free, by the way, either. It takes some time and a lot of analysis, but then it's analyzing those trade-offs to see, well, how do you accomplish, what do you accomplish, in what order, and how do you do it? And then it's not done there. I already told you that you've got to then manage life and changes there, but you also need to optimize. Once you've prioritized those goals, quantified those goals, and figured out which ones you can attack and when, you then need to optimize, right? So think about this, and I'll just give you one example and then be done. That if it's, well, yep, you need to start saving $1,200 a month towards retirement, okay? And that fits in the budget. Okay, great. Okay, well, should that be pre-tax or Roth? That's optimizing. That's optimizing, right? Figuring out a quick calculation, okay, $1,200 needs to go towards retirement, great. Okay, an online calculator can't do that, but that only answers so much. Optimizing then is, should it be pre-tax or Roth? Is there some cash flow that we can free up by doing some things with your taxes and now you've got a lower tax bill? Right? Is there something we can do to adjust your cash flow situation so that you're paying less taxes in retirement and willing to pay a little bit more now? Guys, that's just one example. There's multiple. The final step to managing multiple or competing financial goals is to optimize the strategy. And your certified financial planner, like I said, should be providing clarity, confidence, but then creativity. They should be providing that optimization, okay? So I'm telling you, we're all juggling multiple financial goals. They're competing with each other. How do you make sure that you're tackling the right ones and they're not mutually exclusive and that you're doing it in the best way possible? Work with your CFP and make sure that CFP is doing comprehensive financial planning. You don't have one, okay, or you're looking for one, my team can help, okay? You can find us online, Korhorn.com, that's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com, you can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.